Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Hakim bin Shukri. Today, I will present to you about my individual assignment for Islamic finance. Current issue of Sharia contract that I choose, which is Ijarah. Let's go. So, the first part from this video is actually about modus operandi of the Ijarah contract. First of all, you guys need to know about the definition of Ijarah. Ijarah is a lease contract where the lessor transfers the benefit of an asset to the lessee for a rental fee. We go to the modus operandi, how it's work. The first one, customer requests financings to the Islamic banks. The second one, the bank approve and either purchase the service or appoint the customer as an agent. Third one, bank provide the service to the customer. Fourth one is the last one, is customer repay to the bank in the deferred payment basis. Now we go to the current issue, Ijarah contract. We go to the first point, which is a Sharia compliance issue. I provide 2 points in this section. The first one, the issue of penalties for delayed repayment. As example, the lessee of the goods was late to repay their obligation to pay, then bank have charged them the late pay charge, which is you need to pay extra money because they not pay at the specific time. The second one, which is the al-ijarah summa by consent, which some scholars argue that al-ijarah summa by resemble a conditional sale where the owner is required to sell that leased asset to the lessee to the hire under circumstances. This structure lacks of Sharia regulatory framework and is governed by conventional rules, which is problematic as it should be fully governed by Sharia law. If I'm not mistaken, it's under the hire purchase department, which is not Islamic or Sharia regulatories. We go to the next section, which is the market practice in Ijarah contract. Ijarah contracts usually used in al-ijarah summa al-bay, or we known as a hire purchase contract. This contract is usually used for a fiqh financing process involve two contracts, which is ijarah means lease and buy means sale. The banks need to buy the goods customer wants to buy, and goods was leases to the buyer, and they will charge the lease fee and also the goods price combined. Means the two contract in one transaction. Second point, this is a legal aspect. There are legal issues regarding whether the Islamic Financial Services Act 2013 allows banks to acquire property in Ijarah. So the bank is allowed to acquire goods or not. That's the issue. Banks must be cautioned when buying, holding and leasing real estate to lower their risk. They need written consent from Bank Negara Malaysia, and total capital for immovable properties cannot exceed 1%. Third point in the market practices, I will go with IFSA 2013, which is Islamic Financial Services Act 2013 that empower the bank to issue Sharia standard based on the unique characteristic of each Sharia contract. This ensures that Islamic finance transactions are consistent with the respective risk-reward profile of various financial structures. All the bank must adhere Islamic Financial Services Act 2013 and avoid illegal transaction. Next, we go to the third section for the current issues Ijarah contract, which is the digital finance. The first one about the security. Islamic financial security must prioritizing the security will arise the issue, especially in handling a sensitive information such as bank account and consumer funds. Islamic banks need to robust the cyber security measures data to protect for the Islamic bank. So the second one, lessee are forgot to pay on time. That's the issue for the fintech. They need the auto-deduct system to make their repayment obligation more efficient and easier for lessee to pay the installment on time and can avoid the charges for late payment. So we go to the next part, which is the article-based discussion. A study overview from the article by Yusuf and Isa 2021 explore the impact of Ijarah financing in Malaysian Islamic Bank from 2004 to 2018. The key findings in this article is a positive impact on net profit margin, which is Ijarah financing boost net profit margin, and there no significant change in return on asset. They discuss about the adaptability ijarah in Islamic bank and Sharia compliance to keep maintain the creditworthiness and trust from the Muslim in Malaysia to use the product. And they discuss also about the legal framework that needs to have a continuation adaptation to align with Sharia principle and legal requirement. That's all for the article-based discussion. In conclusion, ijarah contract stand as testament to the adaptability and resilience of Islamic finance principle in the modern financial landscape. The market practices, especially use al-ijarah summa-abai, hire purchase, underscore the necessity for robust legal and regulatory framework. Integration of the Sharia compliance in fintech have a significant challenge like building a consumer trust and awareness needs the clear communication about principles of Islamic bank, and the bank need to simplify the payment system, like to do the auto deduct system to make they not miss their repayment due. That will increase the consumer trust and also awareness about the fintech issues. Overall, for my opinion, future of Islamic finance, particularly with contract like ijarah, is promising. Addressing these challenges with diligence and innovation will enable Islamic finance to successfully balance traditional principles with modern practices. This balance is key to ensuring the continued growth and credibility of Islamic finance in the global financial landscape, making it a viable and ethical alternative conventional financial system. So that's all for me. Thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum. Bye.